Textiles, which were catalysts for economic boom in Kaduna during the late 70s and 80s, will soon have another opportunity to bounce back. This is the take of experts following the flag-off of the construction of the Ajaokuta-Kaduna Kano gas pipeline. Abdullahi Mohammed was in Kakuri, the textile and other manufacturing hub in Kaduna.
Kakuri Industrial Layout, a once bubbling location where the textile giants let the park. The bubble has busted, and Kakuri is now left with skeletons of the giant structures which used to house the magnificent machines rolling out finished goods for domestic consumption and export. By the 90s and through the new millennium, only few of the big players in Kakuri survived. Though there were myriad of challenges which led to the crumbling of many of the manufacturing companies that made headlines in Kakuri, a steep rise in the price of steam oil that powers the textile industry was pivotal. The flag-off of more than 600 kilometers natural gas pipelines construction offers a lifeline. A lifeline which experts like Professor Idris Bugaje say will be a multidimensional one.
It's an opportunity for urea fertilizer to be produced from basic raw materials here in the north. Besides that, we can produce methanol. Methanol is an export commodity. The largest methanol producer in the world is Qatar. And now they are leading the world in the production of methanol because methanol is a feedstock for the production of other chemicals and petrochemicals. We can also go ahead to produce other fuels that can be utilized or other raw materials for other industries to feed.
The Kidandang multi-billion naira project may also be one of those projects that could tap into resources of the gas pipeline being constructed to be able to power its turbines for effective energy supply. The benefits from the resources that will flow through the pipelines can only be imagined. But for elders like Muhammad Ibrahim Biu, the safety of the pipelines remains paramount, and it starts with the host communities.
So our appeal is that communities that these pipelines will pass through their villages and towns, etc., should take it as their project.
Kakuri Industrial Hub is begging for the days to run as fast as possible so that the project is completed and the pipes inject its miraculous substances for the machines to be lively once again. In Kaduna, Abdullahi Muhammad, NTA News.
The ongoing construction of the Ajaokuta-Kaduna Kano gas pipeline project is expected to create ample opportunities in international and domestic trade while meeting the demands of more than 1.5 million homes and businesses in Kogi State. These were reactions of citizens of the host communities who welcomed the laudable venture, describing it as one of the greatest legacies of the Buhari administration. Charles Asfa tells us more.
With the growing demand for gas in homes and gas-based industries, plus the need to harness the large amount of renewable energy resources that abound in Kogi State, construction of the Ajaokuta-Kaduna Kano gas pipeline project may just be the readily available solution in realizing this cause.
Economically, gas is the in thing now. The cost of gas is cheaper. Then it's a good thing that's going to happen to the Kogi people.
Ajaokuta, along other neighboring communities, being one of the most industrialized local government in Kogi State, stand to benefit more.
Most of the industries are not coming because when they calculate what it costs them to produce, it's even more than what we are importing. Then what is the benefit of localizing it? But with this, we benefit.
Again, gas as an important chemical feedstock in the manufacturing of plastics provides a wide array of other chemical products, including fertilizer and dye. As such, companies in these areas of businesses can now heave a sigh of relief given the cost and amount of energy needed to power their plants. There are those who believe the more the country utilizes its gas resources, the lesser the flaring of gas, which poses great danger to the ecological system.
So the youth will be employed. Definitely they will be engaged. The rate of crime in Ajakuta local government is definitely going to reduce.
Where they finish all this support, will have full benefit on it.
They have a source of power that is wasting away. So I really want to commend government.
From Lokoja, Kogi State, Charles Alpha.
Thank you, Charles. And it's now time for us to bring in our guest tonight on Weekend File. And he has been standing by. He's a petroleum economist, Tim Okon. Tim Okon is joining us via Zoom. Tim, good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you.
All right. Now, in a developing economy like ours, what is the place of the Ajakuta, Kaduna, and Kano gas pipeline project?
It's the way you want to liken this particular project is exactly the way you liken the Escravos Lagos pipeline system, and which basically energized and created opportunities for the western part of the country. So this project has the same similar features. I think those features include the following. I think first and foremost, you are bringing energy resources into to an area where there's a lack of energy. I think that has been described variously. And the second thing is that you are going to get improved productivity. And thirdly, I think industrial activity will dramatically go up. So in many respects, this is an important project, and the framing of it should lead to significant GDP additions in Nigeria.
Right, you said that business activities will spring up. Now, Kaduna and Kano are home to dozens of industries that are now moribund owing to energy challenges, among others. Now, how can the AKK gas pipeline project assist in the revival of those industries?
I think first you need to complete it in time, and I think that's the first thing to think of. But when that is done in time, usually gas pipelines are built with customers in mind. So there are customers who are already potentially lined up, and so they would have signed agreements with respect to demand. And I think the most important impact is in agriculture. 40% of Nigeria's GDP is agriculture, and the AKK pipeline that would result in, I think, fertilizer plants and all those things would enable significant economic activity. Let me give you an example. If, for example, you improve crop yields by 3 times, it directly impacts the poor people of Nigeria if you can improve crop yields, and that I think is an important aspect of enabling poverty reduction in particular. So I think these are very, very important steps. Again, we need to be sure that we finish it on time and run it well, so that the poor people of this country can see the enormous benefits that it would offer.
You just raised the point now, finishing it on time. You see, initiating such an ambitious project is one thing, while another is having it completed in good time. Also, we know that it's being funded via a loan. What's your take on that? Do you think that this project will be completed in good time?
I don't have an issue with borrowing for strategic projects like this, especially if you tie the repayments. If you tie the repayments to the payments on the loan to the contracts that are going to be signed. But I think the key thing is that because it is fully financed, it's likely to be completed on time. Some of the projects usually sometimes are not completed on time because of funding challenges. So I think the funding has been procured, and therefore this should be done in a timely manner. And I think the benefits of ensuring that it's done on time is very obvious. For example, and I want to put this in a context, the Africa Development Bank has what it calls the High Fives Initiative. The first is Light Up and Power Africa. The second is Feed Africa. So this is a project that ticks all the right boxes. The third is Industrialize Africa. So fundamentally, what we are seeing here are basically this project in particular fits that the fourth is basically looking at the Africa Free Trade Agreement. A project like this can truly provide Nigeria. So I think that this is a project everybody should watch, and hopefully will do Africa.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Okon. Thank you. Let's pause you here and take a short break. When we come back, we'll return to the conversation. All right. We're going to take a short break now, and when we come back, the conversation with Mr. Okon will continue. Do stay with us.
Alpha, say tomorrow still day on.
What's your tomorrow?
Community meeting now.
You know they here, Abi?
Now beggy. See, if we meet for my house, inside parlor, then go no.
This COVID-19 is not a child's play.
If you want to elect a new secretary, we fit to
do one for WhatsApp, or for Skype, or even on Zoom. Or we just wait.
I will not negotiate
this social distancing. It is non-negotiable.
Not every infected person shows symptoms, but every infected person is contagious. Avoid large gatherings and self-isolate if you think you might have come in contact with a carrier. Your safety and the safety of others is in your hands.
This message is from the Akinfade Foundation in partnership with the National Orientation Agency with support from MacArthur Foundation.
Nigerians, let us take responsibility. Stay healthy, stay safe, and curb the spread of the virus. Take responsibility. The coronavirus spreads from one person to another. Let us avoid crowd gathering of any kind for any reason. Take responsibility. Avoid traveling from one state to another during these lockdown restrictions. Obey all the rules that are put in place. Take responsibility. Stop spreading fake news and unverified reports about the coronavirus. There is no known cure for COVID-19. Take responsibility. Observe all the measures that can help stop the spread of the virus. Together, we can do this, but only if we take responsibility. Television Authority, NTA, Africa's largest television network.
A united Nigeria,
strong in the fight
against COVID-19, to bring a voice of hope, to join hands to bring an end to this pandemic.
Kandi diko hafia si akwada agha n'otu aka ahụ ka ndị nwere ikike ịhụ maka ahụike si dịkwa nkwadebe maka ọgụ a.
Ní ayé àtijọ́, a farapamọ́ lábẹ́ àpáta Olúmọ, a sì borí ogun náà. Àkókò tó láti farapamọ́ sínú ilé.
Mu ci gaba da kaɗaita juna kuma mu kiyaye wuraren da akwai cunkoson mutane.
Mukumulo bipa prizinko lokaci de.
Womere ya mevogja wokora bowe kokekokyo, woje seri sanitizer wokora bowe.
Fulbe ballen ko emeden kauten jude kaben dun nyaw coronavirus. Daroden e wuro ballen gomnati ballen ko emeden dun nyaw dun warai dun dillai.
One Nigeria, different languages, and we shall surely prevail.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, Nigerian Film Corporation, powering possibilities in partnership with Nigerian Television Authority. You can't beat the rich.
Welcome back. The state is optimistic that Ajaokuta Kano multi-billion naira gas pipeline project will serve as a springboard for its economic bounce back with resuscitation of ailing manufacturing sector. Mohammed Rabiu Ali reports that anxiety has started mounting among key players of the economy in Kano State as they look forward to early completion of the project.
Kano was an industrial hub in the late 70s and early 80s, which placed it among leading commercial centers, not only in the country, but sub-Saharan Africa. But the situation became worrisome as the state has been grappling with economic downturn due to collapse of manufacturing sector on account of epileptic energy supply. Several factories folded up and workers were laid off. Although the Buhari-led administration is determined to bring back those glorious days with the ongoing Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline project. Kabiru Muhammad is a Kano-based industrialist, describes the project as a major catalyst for reviving moribund industries in the state.
The owners of small-scale businesses, one of our great challenges is power. And with this project of gas plant coming to Kano, we think it's going to reduce a lot of challenges.
Our tariff is usually higher than our counterpart in the southern part of the country, largely because they are using gas to power their industries. It's like, a very huge relief on our part.
Institutions of learning will also benefit from the project towards promoting research and innovation.
I want to assure you that the Kano University of Science and Technology is fully prepared to harness and utilize this opportunity to see to what extent we can actually engage in utilizing this opportunity to provide additional energy sources for the university.
The consensus among the people of Kano is that key players in the economic sector will leverage on the initiative to reposition the state to play a critical role in the nation's economic rejuvenation. Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
Thank you, Mohammed. Now, let's return to our guest, Dr. Tim Okon. Very, very briefly, please, as we're running short of time, experience has shown that investments of such nature are susceptible to being sabotaged, as witnessed in some parts of the country. How can such a national asset, be preserved? Just in a few seconds, if you can.
I would say that I think the ownership by people who are in the right way and the importance of this project is something that will matter much. The sort of issues with respect to pipeline vandalism and so on. I don't think so. I think It's a vital economic lifeline.
Dr. Kohn, it's quite unfortunate that we are gradually losing signals from you, and your audio is not quite okay. And I'd like to, at this point, also thank you for your time and, of course, for your insight into the conversation. Thank you so much indeed, and we hope to see you some other time on this platform. All right, this is Weekend File. I will take a short break now. When we're back, we'll be concluding the program.
The number of the COVID-19 cases in Nigeria is increasing daily, with many more tests ongoing. The battle of testing, isolating, treating, and attending to the affected persons rests heavily on the shoulders of our health workers, constantly putting their lives on the line and at risk to contain this virus, save and protect the lives of millions of Nigerians. To these health workers, we at the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, on behalf of millions of Nigerians, say a big thank you for all that you have done and are doing. To the security agencies enforcing the lockdown and every other frontliner, we say thank you for putting your lives on the line to save ours. There is no amount of words that can quantify our gratitude. Thank you. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Africa's largest television network.
Now, NTA Sports 24 to break a new ground as it embraces new social media. Olumide Guntola has more on sports updates.